What's up, everybody? It's Honest Audrey, or Audrey if you know me like that. If you don't, let's fix that now. Press that subscribe button so you can get to know me. You get notifications every time I post. If you press the bell too. Let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, you guys, so it is back to school time, and lots of things happen at every particular stage of the school experience. Apparently, I used to black out. Maybe I still do, but I have not been in a high pressure situation that's made me black out. But this particular time, this particular time was when I was in elementary school. I was actually in the 3rd grade. This is when I lived in Michigan, in the Detroit area to be specific. You can check out this video and it'll let you know exactly where I'm from, all that yada yada yada, whatever. Anyway, 3rd grade, during this time I had become a bully. Yes. I become a bully, guys. Okay, I become a bully. I had been bullied when I was like young, like daycare age. That's kind of around the time that I was bullied. So by the time I got to the 3rd grade, in my heart, I just felt like, you know, ain't nobody gonna run up on me. Like, I'm gonna immediately be the aggressor to avoid feeling less than or being attacked myself, which is a little baby side point. A lot of times people that are bullies, even 30-year-old bullies, church bullies, you know, work bullies, they're usually insecure about something. So in an effort to put up a shield or guard to not be taken advantage of, they go ahead and advance and take advantage of others, you know, so they can be the aggressor. They can be, you know, the grand puta. This particular instance in the 3rd grade, okay, so I said I was a bully. I already just told the truth. Yes, I can't backpedal. I was a bully, guys. Okay, I had my own little crew. I had like 3 friends during this time that were a part of my crew. And during that time, I don't know if you know, I may seem like a baby to you or I may seem like dumb old, but this is 2001. I'm in the 3rd grade. And I remember I wanted to vote for Al Gore. We had class elections. Anyway, so during this time, it was a big thing to have, like, you know, your own crew. At least in my area, you know, you had to have your own crew. And there was always one person in the crew. It's usually like 4. It was one person in the crew who was the leader. The second person in the crew was like the best friend to the leader. So basically like 2nd ranking. The 3rd person was usually the person that was like kind of in the crew, kind of not in the crew, they whatever. And then there was always a 4th person that was the toss-up that no one in the crew actually liked, but they just kind of sealed the deal because it was like, you know, the 4 tops, 4 heartbeats, 4 temptations, okay, whatever. So anyway, during this particular time, I had a best friend. I'm gonna say her first name because it's very unique and I just love her first name, but my best friend's name was Sakara. Yes, honey, yes. During this time, there was another girl who had just joined the school. She came from Florida, and she had joined the school, and basically, I guess maybe in Florida, they didn't have like crews like that or whatever. So she basically was trying to have her own friendship and build her own friendship with my friend Sakara. We're gonna call that girl Nancy. Okay, Nancy. So Nancy came in and she basically was interrupting the whole flow of the crews and stuff. And boys had crews, girls had crews, or whatever. So anyway, I'm trying to make sure I'm not perspiring. Oh my God. This girl, Nancy, comes in and she basically, I felt like she was trying to take over my crew and she was trying to take my best friend because Nancy and Sakara had become very close friends. So I felt some kind of way. I was very distraught. My heart was hurt. So basically, this particular day, I remember my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Martz, was reading a Junie B. Jones book. Shout out to Junie B. Jones. So anyway, she was reading Junie B. Jones book, and I had remembered it what my mother told me.
You don't start fights, you not know ghetto hood rat.
That's what my mom used to say. Hey mom, this is what she used to say. You ain't no ghetto hood rat, but you don't let nobody put their hands on you. So if somebody hits you, hit them back. If your mama said that, like this video, okay? That was the only way that I could plausibly get into a fight. You know, I had to antagonize it so that you would be the first one to throw blows. Like, we could go back and forth bantering, talking and stuff, but still, if I would have been the first one to hit, then my mom would have, you know, she would have been upset at me. Long story short, I told my friend Sakara, I was like, if she touches me, if she touches my So me being the antagonistic, you know, little passive aggressive, baby bop drip top little girl I scooted out my chair so that when she walked past, hopefully she would bump into me. And of course, because Nancy, I almost said her name, Nancy didn't like me, you know what I'm saying? She saw that opportunity to, you know, bump into me so she could be like, oh, my bad, I casually nudged you. If you do that now, catch these hands. I'm just kidding. Kind of. I scooped my chair out, and I think she was getting up to throw a bag away or something there, because this was like snack time, reading time, quiet time, whatever. So she bumps into my chair, and I just remember wrapping my leg around the leg of my chair and turning around and backhanding her. She flew across the desk, amen, after which, amen, she got up and she started swinging at me. So she had very long, greasy, curly hair. And I grabbed a handful of her hair, I wrapped it around my fist, and I punched her in the face with her hair. Very disrespectful. After that, I blacked out. I don't know what happened. I blacked out, okay? When I came back to, I was at the front of the classroom, in front of the chalkboard. Yes, we had chalkboards. Maybe you don't have them. You got dry erase boards, fancy boards, projectors. I don't know. It wasn't projector day. So I'm literally in front of this chalkboard with this girl fighting. By the time I came to out of my blacking out darkness situation, I had both of my hands wrapped around her hair. I must have really been jealous of her hair. She's had some beautiful hair. Shout out to you, Nancy. I guess I was just like pulling her by her hair, and I remember all the children, all my classmates were just seated in their seats like it was just a normal day. Like, of course they were rowdy and, you know, yelling and stuff, but why y'all sitting in formation? Like, house, wait. So I remember, however the fight ended, maybe I blacked out again because I don't remember. Maybe it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you, but I could beat step 2. I remember after that, after getting that panoramic view of the class and stuff, I remember getting up. The final dismissal bell rang. I packed my bag up and then I left school. Like, nobody chastised me. There were tons of like teachers and admin and stuff or whatever in the building by the exits and stuff that had been outside the classroom. My teacher was still in there. She was hardcore kicking it. Like, maybe she was still reading her book. I don't know, but she didn't even check me about it. Why, ma'am? Why? Miss Martz, why? You know what I'm saying? I just got my bag and I walked out to school and I walked home. Like it was a normal day. And of course, because I'm a kid, I'm not going to be like,
well, Mom, I got something to tell you and I just want to be honest with you because I value us.
I wasn't about to do all of that with Mama. Like, ain't nobody knows, so, except for my cousin, but he wasn't going to tell me because he an OG. Shout out to you, Pocket. You an OG, you didn't tell me. My granny used to drop us off during this time. She used to drop us off at school. So the next morning, my granny was dropping me off, and that's where basically I kind of got like, you know what I'm saying? I got stopped, and I was asked to go into the office, and my granny was asked to come too. Well, really, they were asking for my mom. My mom was hardcore working. Shout out to you. Okay, hardcore working. So my granny was like, oh no, it's fine, I'll go in there. I don't know, you may not know Pearlie Louise Brown, you know, God rest her soul. I love my granny. I loved her. She did not play. All I know is I'm outside of the principal's office. My granny goes inside the principal's office. She was not asked in, she just took initiative. All I know is she ended up going off, and somehow the other girl got suspended, and I just went back to class. So yeah, that's kind of my my oldest blackout situation. I blacked out again in college, but that's another video for another day. So this is school time. It's August. I just wanted to share that story with you guys because I wanted to make sure that I put something out there for those that are still in school, that are even in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, or whatever, because, or even if you're just working, you know, everybody has a situation when there's always an antagonist or someone who tries to bully you into being submissive to them. And I just wanted to speak on both perspectives because I have been bullied and I have been a bully. Usually those that have been bullied, this air freshener is creeping me out. It sounds like a sneeze. Bless you, girl. Those that usually have been bullied, a lot of times they are not aggressors. They're not extroverted people. They are not abrasive people. So it's kind of shocking for someone to come at them aggressively. So a lot of times it's not that they're weak or lesser than. It's just that they don't normally respond aggressively, you know, and that's okay. It's okay to not be aggressive. Like, it's cool. And please know, shout out to you who are not aggressive and you're not aggressors and you're not loud and boisterous people. know you're not gonna be a loner. You don't have to be a loner. If you want to be a loner, shout out to you. I like being a loner sometimes too, but you don't have to be, because guess what, there are other people that are just like you, so y'all can have the best kind of friendships because you understand each other. On the flip side, those that are bullies, a lot of times it's not because they think that they're better than, it's because they are totally insecure. So if you are bullying, bruh, talk to somebody. Tell somebody that you're not okay, that you feel like who you are is not good enough, or that you're upset about something else. A lot of times I even found out that bullies, I know for me too, while I bullied, I feel so bad saying this, but while I bullied, I was bullying because I was being bullied, you know, by people that were older than me, and I knew that I couldn't attack them or You done? I swear I don't live in the hood. The enemy. A lot of I couldn't bully. That's what I was saying, right? Yes? Okay. I couldn't bully the person that was aggressing toward me. So I picked on people that I felt like I could actually handle, or if anybody popped off at me, it really was more so that for me. If anybody popped off at me or was disrespectful, I immediately responded by being aggressive. Why do I keep doing this? Like, I'm saved. Okay, sorry. So if you are in that position where you've kind of ended up being a bully, a lot of times I don't think, you know, bullies understand, or people that bully, they understand that they've become one. A lot of times if you don't deal with the residue of leftover situations that have made you feel less than, you will initially internalize that and you'll become the very thing that broke you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta talk to somebody about that. And I promise people want to know. Excuse me, am I sick? I promise people want to know, so just talk to somebody. It doesn't have to be a parent. It doesn't even have to be like a family member, but I know somebody wants to know, you know. And if nothing else, you pray and ask God to give you guidance on how to figure out how to channel your aggressions and your frustrations and your feelings of lacklusterness and not being enough. So that's my video for this time. That's my story time. I'm so shamefaced, y'all. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like more story times, let me know down below. I don't have nothing to say. Bye.